Hey everybody, my name is Kevin and welcome to Kev's Vibe of the Day, where I frame up your day and give you something positive to focus on. So let's get right to the cards and see what's cooking. Start off with our prayer. Big breath in, feet flat on the floor. Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the sky, or Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you right here now. I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from these tools, these oracle cards, will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places, the love of all beings in all places, the positivity of all being in all places. And so it is. All right, let's pull some or a card from this lovely deck. I believe there's only one there. There aren't any that stuck together today. Right. Oh, I love this. I love this. So this morning I had a delightful meditation. I decided to do a longer than normal meditation, and as I came into this forum to talk with you, I was focusing on the front of this deck of cards and looking straight at this beautiful animal guardian, and just breathing in all of the wonders that this animal guardian has, just from the owl, the wise one, and then the sun coming up, and the raven, and then the panther, and her beautiful angels, and then every one of her, like around her neck, you've got this adornment of, I'm going to lift this up a little bit so you can see it, this adornment of like little feathers. They almost feel like wings to me, and then in her arms a gorgeous baby fawn. So the message that comes from me today is, or for you really, is simple. You and I and everybody on the planet, we are guardians of this planet. We're guardians of those who we love and those who love us. We're guardians of our neighborhood, guardians of our family, guardians of our friends, guardians of our workplace. We become the guardians. If you are feeling lost and you don't know what your purpose is and you're not really sure which way to go, that's okay. Stay right where you are. Stay grounded. Stay with your feet on the floor, and know that if you put your face up to the sun and have your feet into the earth, you are connected, and connected in a really beautiful way. But I just love this card. It just connects me to all the beings, all the things. Like, look through the trees and look through the grass and look into places where you see the geese and you see all of the wonderful things that is this planet, that is part of this planet, and you being part of that. But let's read what Kyle Gray has to say about the animal guardian, because it's interesting that the cover image of the box of cards should be the card that we pull today. There's always a reason for that, but I'm going to read what he says in here. Okay, the first card in the Guardian section. So the Guardian section of this particular deck is the guardians of the four corners of the earth. So when you think about, I mean, obviously the earth is round, so the four corners would be the earth and the sky, and or that's two. I've forgot what the other ones are, but they're basically pillars. Trust the power of the animal spirit within, and learn more about yourself, your creativity, and your talents. The Animal Guardian is a card that represents angels of the animal kingdom. Animals are angels of nature who have an incredible lesson to offer and a medicine that can support you on your spiritual journey, help you survive some of the greatest challenges. And if I don't know we are right in the middle of one of the greatest challenges we could ever possibly be part of. When you connect with the energies of the animals, you can learn a lot about yourself and the earth. You also have instinctive animal energy within that can direct you towards everything you need and more. The animal guardian depicts a tribal angel being held and supported by her animals. She has love for them and she has a love for herself, demonstrating how incredibly connected nature and spirit is. You have a powerful animal within that can be wild, protective, instinctive, and even calm. Animals don't second guess how they feel, they just express it. And you can learn from that. When this card arises, it's important to connect with how you really feel, how you want to feel, and how you really need, and what you really need. Take the time to connect with your animal energy and express it naturally. Let even the fiercest energy move through you before returning to your natural state. It will teach you a lot about your gifts and how you can grow. Wow. Sometimes there's an odd message that comes up. Sometimes it doesn't really fit with the angels and what they want you to know. And I think that's why I am curious and intrigued by this deck of cards. As I've said a few times, the Angels and Ancestry cards is a deck that intimidated me. It seemed really confusing. It felt like there were four separate decks in one, which it kind of is. There's a lot more cards in this deck than there are in a typical Oracle deck of 44. I think there's 55 in this one. And they mix the Guardians, Air Guardian, Earth Guardian, and they mix the ancestors, the Lord, the Lady, and it's mixed with the Sun and the Moon, and of course the seasons. So it's quite interesting how in this particular deck it brings in lots, almost everything, the entire kit and caboodle of life that we're in. I'm also, what can I say, uplifted by how much our culture and society is moving more towards the things we can't see, the things that we're beginning to realize there's an energy beyond physical energy. And as the physical energy sort of bubbles up, and the egoic energy, that's really what I need to say, as the ego starts to come apart, the external hard shell, the masculine construct of what we've been led to believe all these years, that's beginning to come apart. That's beginning to break down. Those of us that want to get more of a okay, hang on, there's a lady here. It's not my grandmother, although she's got grandmotherly energy and she's talking. Hang on. Put it in simpler terms. All right, I'm listening. We're giving up. Oh, sacrificing and giving up a lot is what she's saying. Keep going, one foot in front of the other, and set your sights and set your intentions forward. Forward movement, forward movement, forward movement is what she's saying. Move forward, move forward, move forward, move forward. Keep moving forward. They talk really quickly. The way to navigate through these challenging, difficult times is to stop being stuck in the past. Stop being stuck in what you have done, what's not happened, what did happen. Stop looking backwards. Walk forward, see forward. Oh, okay. There's a vortex of energy that is now present. It's in place. Vortexes of energy. If any of you know what a vortex of energy is, it is a bit like a spiritual power station. Up until now, we saw vortexes being places like Sedona. Um, how do I explain it? Places on the planet that you could visit physically that have a high energetic frequency. And I know I'm sounding a little bit Star Trekky. I don't mean to, but there are places on planet Earth where the energy, the spiritual energy, the energy that puts us here on Earth is felt more. We're more sensitive to it. Places in Australia, and of course Sedona, Arizona is another place. There are places in Alaska. She's telling me I've never been. There are places like in Iceland. There are all kinds of vortexual energy. If that's even a word. Vortexual energy that is all over the place, that we tap into. Now, what she's saying is, at any given moment, because we travel with our meditation, with our visualization, where we have this ability to close our eyes down, deepen the breath, and get connected to the places and energies that are not physical, that's when we can go pull on that energy of the vortexes. So her message, and she says she's part of the Miriam energies, her message is keep moving forward, detach from what was, because it's done. And it feels as if we are almost, planet Earth is almost on its own capsule, and it's revolving and twisting and turning. Her explanation of that is, if you ask a really highly qualified astrologer, there has been moon energy, eclipses, the the retrograding planets, all of which has set this cattywampus weirdness going on, that it's designed for confusion. Her message through this animal guardian is to watch the birds, watch the squirrels, watch nature. The owls, you'll begin to hear hooting owls at a time you wouldn't normally hear them. You're beginning to see probably flocks of crows and ravens where you wouldn't normally see them. You're going to begin to see an increase of wildlife where you wouldn't normally see them. The idea here is not to be frightened of them, not to be fearful of them, but to be respectful and observe them in their not so normal habitat. And remember, the animals are not used to living around the corner from someone's back garden. So we're going to be moving toward this area of where we're respecting animals, and then we take on what the message said was more of our own instinctive qualities. When the book and the description, which is gone now, I'm going to try and find it again, when it says let even the fiercest energy move through you before returning to your natural state, it's going to teach you a lot about your gifts and how you grow. That's talking about your instinct. When a mother of a pack of dogs or a horse or anything, a cow, when the mother's instinct is that this baby's ready to go out on its own, geese are the same way. If you watch goslings being born, they're tiny, they're fluff buckets going across the road in neighborhoods, and then eventually they get their adult feathers and they're flying. If you watch geese flying in the early morning or at night, they fly in formation, and that front geese is gives enough propulsion for the backpack to go, and then they take turns and who's going to be the leader. It's quite fascinating to watch them. That's what humans are being encouraged to do. Follow instinct. Yeah, I think I'm done with that. Well, she's gone anyway. All right, thank you, whoever you were. And later on today, they'll pop back and tell me who they are and why they came to say what they did. What's today's date? 27th. Be vulnerable with yourself. Well, there you go. That sort of fits. As we go through our days, we meet many people. We learn it's safe to be vulnerable with some, not safe or wise to be vulnerable with others. Be there, but there is one person it's always safe to be vulnerable with, and that's ourselves. Share your deepest secrets with yourself. Whether you rise early in the morning and write your thoughts and journal, or take a few moments throughout the day to bring your deepest secrets consciousness, you need to be clear, straight, and honest with yourself. Harboring secrets, ducking, dodging, and hiding from the truth is going to slow you down. It will block the pathway to your heart. It can even stop you cold if you get enough secrets tucked away. Take time each day to recognize what you think, what you feel. You don't have to act. The sheer acts of recognition, honesty, and acceptance are all that are necessary to keep you moving and growing and going forward. So she's talking about going forward. Be as vulnerable as you safely can with those you meet along the way, but always be vulnerable with yourself. That word vulnerability is something that we all really want to run away from. It's that place where we're not feeling that safe. It's this, we want everything to be how it was, how we felt secure. It's not. I've heard recently there's fears in this area. I'm talking about the western part of the world. And of course, the brief moments I dip into the news, and really I'm beginning to believe that the local news, the national news, is a bit like a bad habit, and it's got to be stopped. There's nothing to be gained from buying into this fear-mongering nonsense, and it's nonsense. We've known now for nearly 2 years that there has been a virus that is capable of attacking the respiratory system. And just like influenza, tuberculosis, and others that have been the plagues of our cultural society, they've come. They've been devastating. They've wiped out cultures of people, lots of people. And we've known that they've been coming in modern times because we've got scientists that study this stuff. In the early 80s, obviously being an openly gay man, I was subjected to all kinds of nonsense about the AIDS crisis. Now, the AIDS crisis wasn't nonsense, but the clacking and the quacking and the carrying on was, because it never really got us forward. It never really moved the needle. It just created more and more fear and more panic. I don't know how I feel about rising numbers in COVID. I take care of myself instinctively, how I feel like I can. I work with the public. I love the public. It's what I like to do. I like to connect with people. I don't force people to sit in the chair. I'm as safe as I possibly can be. Yes, I do have some health issues that could be compromised if I wasn't careful, but I do what I can, eating nourishing foods, getting plenty of rest, doing this kind of work to keep myself safe. And I invite you to do the same. But what I will say is one of the things that is so important and so needed is this way of being able to nurture what your soul is saying. That means relaxing more, getting a massage, getting a facial, being around people that lift you up, lighten your load, listening to things like this if it makes you feel better. And my intention is to shift the narrative and to shift the mood of somebody. Yes, I do have my own nonsense that I have to pay to, but thankfully I can quickly be aware of the fact that, well, that's nonsense. This is the animal instinct, deciding what's nonsense, what makes no sense at all, but not reacting to it. You're going to hear a lot of things, see a lot of things, be exposed to a lot of things. My nugget for you, step back, take a breath in. You can ask yourself internally, how do I feel about this? If you get no answer, move on. forward, 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 forward. You don't have to be unkind. You don't have to be mean. If somebody's sharing something, if someone is sharing something with you, they're either aware that you don't agree or you just don't agree. You can say, that's interesting. You don't have to buy into it or invest in it. If somebody is prompting you for a response, you can say, at this moment right now, I don't know how I feel about that. And do you want me to respond? And then you bring it back. And you can get into the kibitzing, if you like, with people who want to just chew on it. And then when you get a sense that if this is someone you're close to and someone that you know and someone that you love and you care about, you can basically say, I don't know how I help you with this situation, and it seems that you are bothered by it. So let's talk about why you feel bothered about this. And listen, generously listen. Go get some coffee. We're in a culture where somebody shares something, someone shares something else, and they share something else, and they share something else. And next thing you know, there's a crash and burn situation. Nothing, there's no space. There's no easy way to settle into anything. It's just this whole hubba, blah, 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 all that talk. Anyway, I am getting ahead of myself. So let's meditate, my friends. Close your eyes down. Bring your palms up. Bring a nice tall spine. I like to stretch up, stretch out, pull my shoulders back, and open up that space. Should probably wear a t-shirt. It's a little bit less restricting than this button down. And then let your thoughts just settle. Let your mind settle. Start turning on a good expression of your breath. Good expression is feel that going into your lungs. Release and let go of what does not need to be here. The word breath in Sanskrit language, which is yoga language, is called prana. In other words, loosely reflected means life force. The force of life that you bring into your physical body and the force of life that you let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. That forward movement is the releasing of what has happened. Connect your mind with the soles of your feet and press the soles of your feet into the floor. And with your mind focused on the floor, think about the subsection of the floor and underneath the dwelling that you're in being the earth. And deep within the earth is the core of the earth. And if we could take our imagination down into the depths and the core of the earth, we would likely find crystals, the hardening of everything that has been processed, petrified, calcified and hardened. Deep within the cores of the earth is a structure that is able to hold us up and give us a place to live, the planet. The Mother Earth, the caregiver and queen of the planet, takes care of everything that supports the groundingness of us, gives us a platform for the physical body to exist in, to be in. As you allow the energies which you no longer need to be absorbed by Mother Earth, allow your body, the physical vessel that your soul is inside, to relax, soften. Relax the jaw, relax your back and shoulders, arms and elbows. Relax your forearms, your wrists, all 10 fingers. Relax your chest. Relax your ab muscles. Relax your hips and your buttocks. Allow your genitals to be just free and easy, your legs, your thighs, your knees, all the way down. And take a few more deep breaths, relaxing as you go. Let your mind and your eyes settle on your third eye center. And out in front of you is an orb of light. Think of it as headlights in the distance, or a candle glow in the distance. The center of this light is a reflection of the center of your light. Allow the light of your heart, your eternal flame that lives within the center of your being. There's your physical heart that's pumping joyful blood around your body. Your physical heart that you have as a muscle that's open to all goodness, vibrating with the love inside of you. And then there's the flame of your heart, your eternal flame that's connected to it. Allow this light within the cave of your heart to shine bright up through the crown of your head. As you stay still with your breath, relaxed in meditation, there is a 6-pointed star suspended above your head about 8 to 12 inches. The 6-pointed star is wider than your physical body. Picture it being 1 meter or 3 feet in diameter in all directions. The 6 points represents every directional energy in front of you, behind you, to both sides of you, and the 4 corners between those points. Above the star is the energy of Source, the energy of God. This is where the bright white light comes from. Illuminates the 6-pointed star above you that sends beams and energetic light down and around you, protecting you from the front, the back, the sides, and 4 corners. Soften your gaze and bring a smile to your face. Bring into your heart, bring into this space, breathe into this energy, the gratitude that you have for everything and anything that you have received and you continue to receive. Allow your gratitude and the energy of grace to expand. Grateful for the space to relax. Grateful for the opportunity to expand. Grateful for the angels, ancestors, spirits and guides that love you, that are with you, that support everything about you. And you can repeat an affirmation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, for your grace, for your love, for your blessings. Thank you for reminding me that you're present and showing me what I need to know. Thank you for lifting my heart, my mind, and my energy. Thank you for moving me swiftly forward upon my path. Just keep breathing in the energy. Lifting the grace and vibration. Being grateful for all the blessings, large and small. They're the same energy. Blessings are blessings. In this quietness, in this relaxed silence, listen for any messages you get. Trust and follow your heart. I invite you now to press pause on this video if you wish to continue. When you feel complete, bring your hands to prayer heart center. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. Together we bow and say namaste. Thank you so much. I don't know if I want to add anything to today's message, but wish you the greatest of days, and we'll see each other soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.